generators are down. It's going to take you a while to get them going. Just the water plant, you guys can't go without bleach. You can't go without disinfection. You can't get a hold of the community and say, hey, well, stop drinking water for a few days so I get this generator running. So you have a backup. Your backup is what we're going to train on next is the dilution panel. And this is the delivery point. The only thing I notice is you're missing the cam lock. And I've already talked to Scotty, the contractor, about it. You got to find out. He's got to get a hold of the hot bleach delivery people around here and see what they recommend for a cam lock, so that this will match up to the delivery truck. It will come and he'll pump hot bleach into one of those tanks that you will select for him, and you'll make sure it's empty or mostly empty, so you can put the hot bleach in there, because the hot bleach is going to be approximately 15 times stronger than what you're using in there now. So I'll put this in my report, and I'll coax them again. But you guys got to, and I'll talk to Mike, but you guys got to get set up for hot bleach, because who knows when you're going to need it. You don't want to be scrambling at the last minute.
You keep saying hot bleach. What
yes.
do you mean? Is it?
Let's talk about. That's one of my favorite subjects. Let's talk about bleach. The bleach you get at home, of Clorox, that you use it for laundry, depending on the brand and the quality, that could be anywhere from 4 to 6% bleach. Now you know how reactive that is on your skin, your eyes, and your clothes. Okay. The bleach you get in them jugs that you use in your swimming pool, the bleach that truck's going to bring into here and put into that tank for you, it can be anywhere. I've seen it as low as 12%. I've seen it as high as 15.2%. So you can see that it's 2 or 3 times stronger than household bleach. Okay. Now you got one more. There's one more. Let me finish. There's one more bleach I'm going to tell you about. Then you can ask me anything you want. There's one more. Now the bleach product you use in there, that is less than 1%. You're normally going to see that 0.8 to 1%, and you're going to wonder, well, gee, why do I want to bleach so weak if there's other bleaches out there? The reason is you can make that bleach on site. You can make 0.8 on site safely and without incurring a lot of hazmat standards. As soon as you get over 1%, that's when you're going to start double walling pipes, and you're going to get a lot of regulatory environment that you don't want to be in. So as long as you're making 0.8, you're safe with the setup you got there. Now, you might. The next question might be, well, if I got the hot bleach, why don't I just use that in the plant to disinfect? The problem is all your pumps are sized to put out so many gallons per minute. This hot bleach, you'd have to be able to turn your pump down 15 times more than the range it normally runs in. That's one consideration. Another consideration, I see you got Vertiflex in there, you got peristaltic hose pumps. Those hoses in there are not compatible with hot bleach. You'd burn them out. Now they do make a hose for hot bleach, but those aren't it. You'd burn them hoses out in a heartbeat. So that's why you get the hot bleach in there. I want to teach you how to batch it, how to bulk it, change the percentage to match up to close to what you're using.
That was going to be my next question.
I know. I might have done this before, huh?
Yeah.
But you see what you got going here?
Right.
So it's a dilution process.
Right.
That's all you're gonna do.
12%, get down to 8%.
And I got some books. Let's go on this other door. I got some books in here on the dilution. Let's go down here. I got some books down here on the dilution. You can't depend on just one source. You can't depend on all you have running or all the equipment running at the same time always. So you have to have a backup. What we're going to do now is we're going to talk about the backup. I want to get that done. We're going to come back over here. We're going to talk about acid washing and any other general questions you may have about the generator. Yeah, at your discretion. Now, we're going to do it. Unfortunately, I don't have a print on this job. I come in cold. I'm following up for Danny and Scott. But that's not going to stop us. We're going to figure out which tank you're going to use for hot bleach. We're going to figure it out right now. Okay. This is what? Is that where I showed you the valve?
Sir.
That's where I showed you the valve. Okay. Well, if you back the truck up to that, put a hose on it, and pump bleach in that line, where would it go?
This was.
I don't see it going over to this one. What's that tell you? This is your hot bleach tank. Now, naturally, you're going to say, well, gee, I got all 8 in there. You want to put hot bleach on top? No. What you would do, you use that series of interconnecting valves and feed valves there. You isolate. Let's just say, for argument's sake, by the time you figured out that you need a hot bleach backup. Say you had 40% in those tanks, of those tanks. What you would do, you isolate that tank, use this tank, and use it almost all up. When that was almost used all up, you would get a hold of your bulk bleach supplier and say, well, how much lead time do you need? In fact, you should do this previously. In fact, I'm surprised that you haven't went through this before. Most water plants, they will go on bulk before going to start the generators. I don't know how you guys skipped. How did you do that? How did you go right to that system? What were you on, gas?
Gas.
And you just shut the gas off and boom, went right to this, huh?
That's what we did. I don't know the reason.
Which is good, and apparently y'all were successful. But normally what's done is they'll get all the equipment in there and they'll get a delivery of hot bleach. And you'll learn how to batch it, and you'll keep your gas system intact, standby for say like 30 days to prove that this system works. So the same way you're getting that out of the base to prove that you make a product. And then you wean off the hot bleach and go straight to the product. But I knew you guys didn't do that because there's no fitting you could have took the delivery. Okay, so we're going to imagine you've got a fitting, you know who your bulk bleach supplier is, and you'll talk to them and say, if we call you, how long are you going to bring me out bleach the next day? Or are you going to make me wait a week or what? You're going to find that out. Now, with that knowledge stored in your brain, when you're using this tank up, you'll know approximately how much your middle run is down. Now, when you get this thing down near the bottom, you don't have to get every drop out of there. You know, just get most of that out of there. That's my opinion. Now, you can check with my bosses or separate trend, but you don't have to get every drop out of there. But basically, get it empty. Now, you have this tank isolated here. You go on this tank and use this tank to chlorinate your product, your discharge water, your grid. Now you have an empty tank. Now you got bulk in here. But since the generators are not running, you can't make 08 and put it there anymore. So you're going to have to do it. Let me see one of those ones right here. Okay, these are yours to keep, and you'll see some batching recommendations here. But don't be intimidated by it. Don't be confused about it. It's a lot simpler than what I look here. This is depending on the strength of your bleach, because you never know what strength of bleach they're going to deliver. That's one thing. Second thing is you're never going to know what strength of bleach you have in here as it sits. Now, fortunately, these are inside, so it's going to deteriorate less. But I'm going to tell you that hot bleach does deteriorate. And it deteriorates more rapid than what our product does. That 08 is, since it has less to lose, it's a lot more stable product than hot bleach. So this will go down. So you get that tank half full or 3/4 full, and it takes you guys don't use a lot of bleach here, I can tell that. So it takes you a long time to use it. As you use it, the concentration in that tank will change. It will go down.
So you got to test it on a regular.
Well, yes, it'd be wise to test that, but there's another safeguard that's going to allow you to test it indirectly, which I'll tell you about. So right here is just some basic guidelines that if you have one, if that had 8% bleach, if you had 1 gallon of 8% bleach, you'd need 9 gallons of potable water. So we're going to mix and blend it with to get 0.8 to match up to the product strength. Now, I'm going to tell you in reality, most of the plants that I've been at, when I see these guys batching bleach, they actually, now this is up to you, it's your discretion, they actually make it a little stronger than this. They'll make it 09 or 10. The reason is, the stronger it is there, the less you use out of the pumps, the less you're using it. Because generally your chlorine usage is based by the residual demand. Right. So if it's a little stronger and you use a little less, that means you've got to batch less often. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to decide. I'm going to show you how to test it. How much water you got to put to how much hot bleach. Over here is what they call the dilution panel there. You'll notice that this one here, this smaller road here, follow this line back, follow it back, right back. Okay. So, I don't see any valve in between. to see, but I didn't design. I would like to see the valve. See what I'm saying? If you got trouble with this line, you can't isolate it to work on it. Okay, so your hot bleach comes up here. There's a sample point. Once you get the bleach through here, you can test the hot bleach to see how strong it is. But I guarantee you, normal supplier, you're going to see 13, 14, 15%. That's what you're going to get. So if you open this true union hand valve here all the way, it's all the way open. This, you notice this valve is different. This valve is different on purpose. This is a throttling valve. It's a diaphragm throttling valve that is compatible with hot bleach. Whenever you work with hot bleach, you have to be certain that your materials are compatible with it, like Teflon and the bladder material like that. Because that hot bleach is strong and it will weight stuff up. So now you can control this to how much hot bleach goes through there. But that hot bleach is not going to jump up into that pipe all by itself just off that head there. So what you're going to do, you're going to encourage that bleach to blend with potable water. You're going to suck that bleach out. How you're going to do it is a very common device, a venturi tube. This venturi, when you put water through here, if you open this up, it'll be like a small funnel-like apparatus in here. And what you do is you're going to get a pressure increase right here, and it'll blow out through there. When it blows through there, the water's going to want to go that way, point of least resistance, and you're actually going to suck. You're going to create a vacuum that will suck that bleach up. And you're bleaching right. There you go. That's what you're going to do. So you're going to have this valve open and going. It's going to go into standby here, up, and so you deliver it. Both surfaces you deliver to this tank here. It's going right to one. And the great thing you have here is you have sight glasses on these tanks. So then again, you don't have to depend on the LITs, which is the MS houses over there. You don't have to depend on them to know the level of the tanks. You can visually look at it. That's a good thing. So now you got this valve open. Now, this is your water valve. Normal people do, and what I would do, what I'd like to do right now for demonstration purposes, but seeing how you got bulk, 0.8 in both tanks, I really can't do it. If you had water in one tank, and I could exit this, or if you had bulk and I could blend it for you, I'd love to open this up for you and put water through there.
So what is the water?
This is potable water. Okay. Now I've already this your PRB. You have a lot of good things in your favor in this plant. One of the good things is you've got high pressure in your surface water in this plant. So I've already cranked this PRB up to where you got to be about 60 psi. If you try and run it too low, it was originally 40 when I come here. Now, if you got to crank it up, it's like a 3/8 Allen right here. This is the lock here. That's still loose. You just take that, and I think you just turn it clockwise in, and you'll crank your pressure. And you might have to, but as of right now, it looks like this should work for you. So now, if you open a potable water supply full, you're going to see this rotometer. You're going to read the top of the rotometer, and that's going to give you approximately, this is liters per minute over here and gallons per minute over here. You're going to see how many gallons. So let's say for argument's sake, this came up to 45 gallons per minute of potable water. How much bleach do you want to add to this to get 0.8 if that bleach was 15%? This is the only question. This is on the whole training. It's the only question I ask you.
We have no idea, man.
Okay, what did I show you in front? I don't. What did I show you?
I'm gonna take a get 9 gallons.
What was the question again?
Well, you already answered it, right? You better don't keep looking. Congratulations. Okay, now you use the same chlorine test kit. Do you guys run residual tests strength test over here? You know how to use that kit?
Yeah.
Okay. That's exactly the same kit over there you use on a generator. I'm over here. No, I'm here. And you let this run for, say, 4 or 5 minutes. You see how big these tanks are? At 45 gallons a minute, that ain't nothing. So in 4 or 5 minutes, you should have a fresh supply of hot bleach there, well mixed with potable. You got a sample point here. Put a bucket underneath here. go to waste with some of it so that you get a fresh sample. Like, you know, in water plant, sampling is critical. The results are never any good if you less the samples.
Yeah, let it run on.
Let it run a little bit, get a sample. Now, if you get 0.9, 0.8, you're done. If it's too high, if it's 1.4, you say, oh, I don't want to put that. Then you just come over here, you throttle this guy right here. You cut down the amount of bleach. You were putting 9 gallons in, you drop it down to 8. Let it run and test it. And then once you do that, you should be good. You should be good for that whole batching right there. Now you can come back in a half hour, an hour, and retest it again. There's nothing wrong with being sure and safe. One word of caution is this. These tanks have level control with them generators. And if these tanks get too full so they overflow, that generator will shut down. On this system, you don't have that luxury. Now you might get an alarm. Now I don't know if you have SCADA. The alarms from that HMI panel, do they go up to your SCADA in the office, the main office up there or anything? Your operator's office?
Yeah, we can
You get alarms? Okay. Well, see, that's one good thing. Is if you're batching, what most guys do, they have little lab timers. You can set time on it, and they get an idea approximately how long it should take to get the tank where they want it. They want to fill it or 3/4. They'll set the time. They'll click the sure. Because if you forget, you go talk to Joe or Dave about your vacation in Honolulu and your wife's anniversary, and you forget, and you go get in your car and you go home, and the next shift comes down, and you're in trouble. So you have to be always aware that you're batching and to mind it like you would your grandchildren.
What kind of test do you use for the raw?
You want to know something? No. I'm going to tell you. You actually could use that same test kit in there, but there's two procedures. There's a high range procedure and there's a low range procedure. Now, if your test kit if somebody hasn't already lost the instructions out of it, well, I'll look at it and I'll show you how to do it. It's just a matter of diluting that product more before you titrate it. Now, like I said, I wish we could run this. I could open this up and let you see this for a few seconds, and we get a little bit of water there, and I can drain it back there. But Mike, I talked to Mike, and he didn't feel comfortable about me opening it. But I did make sure that it was leak proof. I'm sure the contractor checked it too. He probably leak tested or pressure tested it.
So we'll get a charge with how much bleach as compared to how much water.
Yeah, not only you'll get a chart. I just handed it out.
Oh, that's it there.
If you want, you can laminate it. You can put it right here. But I'm telling you right now, after you guys do it for a few times, it's not a lot of ciphering. You'll come down here and you'll ask the other guy, what did you put? He said, oh, I put this and I put that, and I got a 0.9 and we did it. And you'll set that. You'll run it a bit and test it and see if he's right or wrong and tweak this a little bit. And like I say, one of the biggest. Go ahead.
The throttle valve.
This one's
not like a gate valve or.
No, I believe.
Spring loaded.
No. Well, there might be a spring. It might be a spring, but it's going to be on top of the diaphragm. I believe we could almost all the equipment you've got here that's put in. There's a data sheet on that. We can look it up and tell you exactly what it's in there. But I believe that it's a diaphragm, a pinching diaphragm valve. And also, you see this here. That's an indicator. That when you open this, you'll notice that this will stick out. Okay. Now on this, it doesn't matter so much. When you got a lot of these on tanks, it's good that you can look at it and see which valve's open and which is closed. You have a stem indicator there.
Oh, but you can't open this now.
Why can't I open it right now? Let me think this over. This is closed off here. Yeah, I can open that.
My question will lead into that. If you got a hot load, so what do? You open this, and then you open
this. That's when you want to batch. When you're done batching, close everything. Close all 4 valves. You're done batching. You don't want to. You don't want to inadvertently be talking and smoking and joking and talking, drinking cokes and leave something open, let water run, because you come out tomorrow, your job's in jeopardy.
Well, I'm a little bit confused.
Okay.
Because you're going out of this tank right here, and you're going to open the water, and I thought it was going to go over here and send out over here.
Right.
So why would you open this valve here?
If you didn't open this valve, you water supply, water discharge, bleach supply. And like I say, I'm surprised I'm not seeing a valve there. That's, well, I mean,
That's crazy.
look at it. And I seen a can of glue. I seen a flat can of glue that the contractor used. They did use the right glue. It's very, very important. When you do any plumbing, and sooner or later you'll have to do plumbing on these units or these tanks. Whenever you use do any plumbing, make sure you use a chemically compatible glue. That one they used in there is 724 is the one. And I'm going to tell you why. I got way too much experience in going on sites where they didn't use the right glue, and it worked. It worked for a year. It worked for a year and a half. Worked like for 2 years. Once the contractor was out of his plumbing guarantee, but then as time went on, this bleach and also the brine too, the salt too, it actually eat the glue away. The pipe wouldn't blow apart, but you see like snowballs, white snowballs, all the joints like that. And to go through and replace some of this plumbing is not real simple to replace. Now if it's water, you use your regular household glues like these. But once you got bleach or brine, you want to use. They might still have the can in there. I'll show it to you.
What's that blue?
Well, don't go by color. Let's talk about blue. You know why some solvents, PVC solvents, have that blue dye in there? Nobody knows. Let me tell you why. You ever notice a lot of PVC solvents are clear and they work just as well, just as good, it works like that? Why does somebody want to make it blue and make it unsightly? The blue is put in there as a tracer, so that let me finish. It's important. It's important. Say you got a contractor on a job, and he's laying tens of thousands of feet of pipe, and you're down at pits and you're up on a ceiling like that. There's a temptation, there's a tendency just to wipe that pipe off, put the glue on, and slap it together, which will probably work. Not to put the solvent in. It saves you a step. Now, doing one piece of pipe, that's no big deal. But you can imagine if you did that all day long, you might be doing 1,000 fittings a day. By having them use the purple primer with the tracer dye in there, you can see. I can see right now that this guy didn't use a solvent.
Oh, okay. So that's from the solvent.
Yeah, that purple from the solvent. Yeah. Your glues are generally clear. Gray, a lot of them are gray. The one you're going to be using is gray. And I've seen some yellow, and some glues are blue. Those generally are water-safe glues. They're for the guys out in the field when they're doing meters and they're in wet pits and the pipes. That glue there they use is blue. That is a glue that's more friendly to gluing wet pipes together. But on these type of products, you want a clean, dry pipe. In plumbing, cleanliness is next to godliness, and very close to success. Check valve, true union, inline ball check valve. So that you don't inadvertently, by having this open and this open, inadvertently backfeed, fill your hot bleach with water.
They got 1, 2 check.
See, hot bleach goes this way. This here is an inductor.
Inductor.
And you see a little yellow tag on there, right there's the people that make it. And all it is a T with a funnel in it. That gives you a Venturi effect of the flow. If you ever have to take these apart to replace any components, there's O-rings in here. Be very careful you don't lose that little red O-ring. What I will do when I work on these type of things, I'll go up to the lab and ask them for some petcock grease or some silicone lubricant. Now that's silicone seal, silicone lubricant. It's a grease, and I'll put that on the faces and the O-rings and this here. It makes it a lot easier in case you're the guy that kind of come back a year or two later and take it apart. It makes it come apart a lot easier.
Were you going to crack that for him?
This one here, I see no reason I can't open the door. That's closed. That's closed. It's totally isolated. See the stem?
Oh, so the stem comes up.
That tells you that's up. The insides of the top and over. Yeah, well, I don't want to tell you a fact that I can't back up 100%. It's been a while since I had one of these apart. Yes, I think there's a spring in there and a diaphragm, pinching diaphragm. And with all valves, when you open them, it's never good to leave them like that. Open it, you go take the pressure off everything. Same thing when you close it. Unless it's leaking by, then you got to leave it tight. And this will be how you throttle. You can see it's a lot more sensitive. These valves. This is a flow-through ball valve. These are not made to throttle. I know we throttle with them all the time. They're not throttle friendly. This valve is designed to be full open or full closed. If you want to throttle, you want a globe valve. You know, or another type of valve, not a plug valve. Anything but that.
So you said don't open it halfway. You try to get.
Okay, well, you can for a short period of time. In the long run, I've seen when under high pressure, I've seen these things where there's having that ball there. The water can be very erosive. I've seen it eat through the pipe and eat through the ball, eat through the seat. What's that now?
If this is messed up in the open position, then you could probably use this in throttle.
And you might have to. Anything you need to get the job done, you to be successful for a short period of time is fine, as long as you don't compromise your safety, personal safety. Here, you want to close it? You get a feel for what the throttle. Whatever you do, don't break it. I'm telling you right now.
So it's still no more.
And you guys know about the hydrogen detectors, right?
Oh, what's that again?
Hydrogen detector. Anybody ever talk to you about that?
I think so. I take a refresher.
Okay. That generator in there, big chlorine with it. Unfortunately, one of the byproducts that also is hydrogen. Now, if you remember the the explosion in the Hindenburg fire, that was filled with hydrogen because the Germans couldn't get helium. Hydrogen is a wonderful gas if you want a lighter than air gas. It is the lightest gas, I think, in the world. It's lighter than helium. If you ever worked with hydrogen like I have in test units, I mean, well, you let it out of that tank, it's gone like crazy. One of the bad parts of hydrogen is highly explosive. So if you get a hydrogen leak associated with those generators, pour off this tank because you're gonna have hydrogen that's going out of the hydrogen vent of those generators. I'll show you in a minute. So if you get hydrogen on top of the room and there would be a spark, you would have a tremendous explosion. And when they're looking for explosive situations, they look at something called LEL, the lower explosive limit. That's the percentage of gas to air mixture you have to have where that thing is if you're in an explosive situation. So what you have here is hydrogen detectors. If you follow this up, you can see the detector, you can see the sensor right up there. Right where that white PVC collar is screwed on there with a hose. And what that hose is for, normally when I install these, I roll this hose up real nice, and I put a golf tee in there to keep the mud daubers out of there. But that's neither here nor there. What this hose is for your hydrogen test kit. And I'm sure that Emmett, he was here doing the programming. He tested the hydrogen. What they'll do, they'll send you 2 tanks in a small black suitcase. One tank is a blank, 0, flush blow up against that sensor. The other one is 50% hydrogen. And you attach it to this here, and you start feeding hydrogen. So that sensor sees hydrogen. And you'll see the percentages. Look real closely. You see 0 LEL. That means this sensor no explosive gases. But one of the bad things about these is they will tell you whatever explosive gas is up there, even if it's not hydrogen. if you had a diesel truck in a garage and it was idle and you got a lot of exhaust fumes, this will start registering that. It even pick up on anything. Yeah. Well, it's probably more on the unburned fuel, but these will detect any flammable, not just hydrogen. But the hydrogen is what you're concerned about. So what he'll do is he'll take that tank of 50% hydrogen and flood that sensor with 50% hydrogen, and he'll watch this thing track up, and it should go right to 50%, which I'm sure it did. Then he'll set your HMI over there, the human interface on the PLC, for an alarm point at 25% of the glory explosive levels. So what that does is anytime you get explosive gas mixture up in the ceiling, it shuts that generator down. Well before you reach a level where it should explode. And you'll see another one of these guys over there next to the generator.
So we got the tester.
The only thing I got to apologize. I'm coming to this job cold. I'm filling in for guys that can't make it. But I would bet anything. Yes, you have a test kit somewhere. Either contractor has it or your boss has it somewhere with 2 tanks in it, and one of the tanks has hydrogen. And it's up to you. If you want to, I don't know if you have an instrumentation service contractor or you guys do it yourself. You have an instrument man, and well, what is it? What is it? Is this a county plant or a city plant or what? County. Okay. Well, I don't know if the county has an instrument man or electrician or that I don't know. But routinely you always want to monitor the operations, and routinely you'll want to calibrate and test it. It's something like once a year or something like that. But I will tell you this: out of all the ones we've installed, these have been the most reliable. The old ones were a pain in the butt. These are pretty good units. And the 2 guys that do the programming in the startup, Ed Meek and Emma, they're both knowledgeable with these and good. So I would trust my life that that's working correctly.
So you're saying it doesn't test hydrogen, it tests what else?
Well, what that's there for is test hydrogen. That's it. That's all you got to think about. But in the real world, I'm telling you, we had portable generators in trailers, but I was getting hydrogen alarms, flammable alarms, and I couldn't figure out where the hydrogen was coming from. It wasn't hydrogen. It was a diesel truck that was pulling up next to me at idle.
But it's reading it
as hydrogen's not the only explosive gas that it monitors.
I thought if it was oxygen, it would read that oxygen.
No, oxygen, nitrogen, no, it just ignores that. Right. It's got to be flammable.
Right.
So you guys think if you had to, and you had hot bleach in there, now you could batch this comfortably, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Good. And we're always only a phone call away. Yeah. And we always read the top of the indicators, the flow indicators right there.
The top or the bottom?
Top. I read that. Now you can get the manual on. You can tell me, Parker. There's a little bevel pointer. How do you know you ain't supposed to read that?
Right.
You get the manual on, and you can read that. Okay. As long as everybody reads it the same.
Right.
As long as everybody does the same thing.
Yeah, on the chlorine one, we had something similar. We used to read in the middle.
Well, we normally as a group we read the top. We read the tops.
Read the tops,
Yeah, it's just easier that way. Now, if you wanna set this up, flow water through it, read the top, put it in a container, measure the volume, to go through all that to see if you're right, you can. But for this procedure here, what you're interested in is what comes out here.